Hello and welcome to another video on my channel. Today we are going to be making famous lightsaber duels in Lego. Alright, let's get to it. I am making a custom Obi-Wan Padawan using a Tusken Raider body, brown pants, this peach head that I found, and this brown hair, and give him a blue lightsaber, and he's done. And then next up, I need to make a custom Qui-Gon Jinn. So I'm using Jedi Rogue's body and a Owen Grady head, because he has a peach face and sideburns and a mustache, brown pants again, and a mullet from the Andor figure from that one Andor set. I'm using Emperor Palpatine's body, and I'm replacing his hands with black hands for Darth Maul. And I don't have the actual Darth Maul from the Darth Maul ship set, so I just use the Clone Wars Darth Maul head, and I gave him a dual-wielded lightsaber. We'll start with the base that is tiled off, and I left some studs for these walls, so these are just tan bricks stacked up. Then I left some studs on the base plate for the minifigures, and I used a side building technique, which is actually a Lego technique, but you put a plate in between a plate, so I stacked up a bunch of plates right there to create the doors that they run through. We see in the scene. We got some crates to the left, and we got Darth Maul, and he's gonna be right there getting pushed through the doors, fighting Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan. There's Qui-Gon Jinn now. He looks really good in my opinion. Got his green lightsaber. And then we have Obi-Wan right there with his blue lightsaber dodging one of Darth Maul's attacks. So I think this one turned out pretty well. Pretty good. I really like this one. This mock. I really like my customs I made too. So here's a 360 of it. I used the big tan panel pieces in the back. On to the next. So first I'm making Padawan Anakin, so I'm using that same face I used for the Obi-Wan Padawan. Got some brown short hair, and then I used the body from the Revenge of the Sith Starfighter, Anakin Starfighter. So I think that looks pretty well. It looks pretty good. Then I'm using the same torso I used for Qui-Gon Jinn with some Tusken Raider pants and the same face from the Obi-Wan Starfighter, and some long hair. And then for Count Dooku, I'm using Emperor Palpatine's body, brown cape, and I'm using black pants instead of the Emperor Palpatine pants, a white beard, just a plain peach face, and then old Ben Kenobi hair from the Ben Kenobi hut set. And I used the bendy curved piece for his lightsaber hilt. Got another tiled off plate with jumper plates on there, so we can have studs for them. Here I'm building the pole that we see later in the scene get almost crushed Anakin and Obi-Wan, but Yoda steps in and saves them. So I put that right there. I mean, I would have made it. I would have liked it to be bigger, like in the scene, but I think it looks good. And then we got the hallway entrance in which Obi-Wan and Anakin come through. And we got Obi-Wan running to help Anakin. And Anakin just got his hand cut off. And Count Dooku right there with his curved lightsaber hilt. Looks pretty good. I really like my customs for this one that I did. I feel like Count Dooku looks pretty good. On to the next. I'm using a Darth Vader minifigure for Darth Vader. I used an Imperial officer body for Luke. I used a bunch of plates to build up the platform, and then I built this hole in the wall so I can put a TIE fighter cockpit on that there to give it the glass we see in Return of the Jedi. Here I'm making Emperor Palpatine's seat, so I'm using 1x3 pieces. Use the curved 2x2. Use some cheese slopes for the sides. Use more right there. If you wanted to build this chair, you can follow along. Use 1x4 bricks for the back, and then 2x2 slopes, and then some more cheese slopes at the top. And then just put on that stud in the back. Got Emperor Palpatine's chair. Looks pretty good. And then I'm doing some railings right there, so you can recreate the iconic scene where Darth Vader just yeets Emperor Palpatine off the railing. Then we got Emperor Palpatine sitting in his chair, watching Luke and Darth Vader fight. So, looks pretty cool. I really like that chair. We got Darth Vader standing right there in front of Emperor Palpatine, and then we got Luke Skywalker with his cool Return of the Jedi outfit, blocking Darth Vader's attacks. So this one looks pretty cool. I'm happy with the glass thing in the back. It looks pretty cool, and the minifigures I really like. Starting with a black base with a tiled border, we'll start building up a pillar in the back left corner. Use some long skinny bricks to make the long pillars on the side, and build the pillar up more. Tile it off, make it look nice. Right now I'm getting yellow plates for the hieroglyphics we see in the Sith Temple in Rebels. I like Rebels, except their skinny lightsabers. I don't really like that. There's Ahsoka and Darth Vader. I have a black base with plates, and then I used a bunch of cheese slopes and 1x1 orange translucent pieces for the lava. And right now I'm making Anakin's little floating, like, platform, I guess. I don't really know what it is. So I'm placing that on the lava. And I think this MOC looks really good. I really like the lava. There's Anakin, and then put Obi-Wan on the top. And you can recreate the iconic scene. And I think it looks really good. I really like this MOC. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice day.